influence me. And it's always somebody influences you. And I finally listened. I got so sick, I got so out of touch, I just said, this is it, I've got to do something. And thank God I picked the right thing, because I've never looked back.
Good evening. I'd love to hear your opinion on treating depression, Andrew.
Well, depression is really a much easier something to deal with than you think. We know a couple of things. We know, number one, that if we get light to moderate depressed people to do aerobic exercise, that's curative. I didn't even say change your diet. You could be on a shitty Irish diet and just exercise enough, and 50% of you will get well. But again, we use 5-HTP, we use neuron stimulation devices. We created something for anxiety years ago that's phenomenal. It's a raw aloe with an herb that puts things through the blood-brain barrier called Life Give Accelerate. And then we use different proteins. Over the 4 decades I've done the work, using targeted proteins for depression always works. But again, if you want to really get depression, eat sugar. Drink booze is even better. That will really make you depressed. Hang out with depressed people. That's another great way to do it. In most cases, that's our families. If you're depressed, why the hell are you doing it? Because the happy people you're around.
I'm just going to take 3 more questions.
3 more questions.
Because we're a whole hour over.
They can't stop it. The number one at Hippocrates, I made a mission statement out of this. There's nobody who cannot come to Hippocrates. If you are the poor people, you come for nothing. That's number one. For us, the middle class, and don't try to fool us, because we ask for bank accounts, taxes, and everything else. And we have a team of people that looks at that. Middle class people, it's very important. What I pay at a hotel sitting here in your lovely city is at the low end of Hippocrates what you're paying. But with the doctors, with the food, organic food, with the resort, this is not a hospital where you sit around and become depressed. This is like a 5-star resort. And so all of that. Now, if you want to be fancy, and we need the fancy. I hope a lot of you are fancy and came here in a Bentley or a BMW or something at least. You know, bottom line is, we're going to give you a big castle you can stay in, and we're going to charge the shit out of it. Because they pay for the people on that end that we don't even break even. And so then there's in between. You want a private room, you can stay more. Nobody should stay 2 weeks. Nobody can stay 2 weeks if you're sick. As of this year, I refuse to take anyone new for less than 2 weeks, and if they have disease. Should you stay 6 weeks? Let me be honest with you. Most people don't need it. If you get it, if I see you're getting it, you're going to come home and do it. Now, would you like to stay 6 weeks? Would you enjoy hanging out at the resort? Absolutely. But how many of you need it? Maybe 10% of you need it. We'll be honest. We'll tell you in the second week. We see you like you're getting well and starting to go like this, we won't shut off the gas. But most of you, 6 weeks, you don't need it.
Can I just say on that, last year Dr. Brian and his grandmother honoured me with a scholarship. So many people in this room, I have been able to help. So for the Irish people, it's a great honour for me, and it's something lovely that I've been able to do.
You know what it's called? The Bernadette Bowen Irish Scholarship. Let me say this. I know you're going to answer 2 more questions, but I am so in admiration and awe of this woman who's not a doctor, not a nurse, not a nutritionist. She saved more lives than almost anyone else I know in the world. Give her a hand. Dedicated her life to tell you what she was capable of doing, and that's what you need in your life. If you had that level of passion, none of you would be sick. I promise you.